This one is about applied chords that might not resolve where we expect them to, a concept we call harmonic elision. To begin, I'm going to review what phrase elision looks like. A lot of phrases do this sort of thing. You have a main theme or some kind of musical material that leads to a perfect authentic cadence, and then you get a break and then new material afterwards. So it might sound something like this. PAC, then a little pause, and then you might get new material afterward. So that's a normative disjunct sort of phrase situation where there's separation between the two. Other times, you might get more of a conjunct phrasing, where that first theme has a cadence, that PAC, which might launch us into the new material that follows right afterward. So this is what a phrase elision looks like, that overlapping. The thing that's missing or left out is the pause between phrases, and that overlapping occurs, which launches us into the new event. So now shifting to compound duple and A major, consider this example that has two harmonic elisions in it. So if we look at the Roman numeral analysis, we essentially, and the contextual analysis, we essentially get our two harmonic elisions where we're seeing chromatic pitches introduced. So we have a normative tonic expansion of a do, re, mi schema, but a substitution for that last tonic chord. The substitution is a 5 of 4. Now 5 of 4 is very similar to tonic. It gets used as a substitution in a lot of cases. So here we have that temporary leading tone of G sharp getting pushed downward into the chordal 7th, and then finally finding its resolution in the chordal 3rd of that 4-6 chord, which is our predominant. Notice what happens after that 4-6 chord. Get a little bit of chromaticism. Now that temporary D sharp, that is a 7-6 of 5, and it should have resolved upward to E natural. That's what we would expect it to do anyways. Which could have happened in this case, but instead, a little bit of chromatic motion going downward occurs, where we have this D sharp pushed down into the chordal 7th, and finally finding its resolution. So this is an instance of tendency tones not resolving in the direction of their inflection. When you see that sort of motion, a harmonic elision might be at play anyways, if it's a harmonic event going on. So in this example, comes in B flat major, compound triple meter. If we look at the Roman numeral and contextual analysis, we can quickly see where this elision is taking place. Tonic is expanded with a do, re, mi schema, yet again, and then 5-7 of 4 should have normatively went to a 4 chord. But instead that 4 chord is substituted with this 2 chord. Now both are predominants, and in this case functioning in terms of a larger predominant dominant tonic cadential paradigm. But if we think about B flat major for a second, a 4 chord and a 2 chord, we're talking about mostly the same chord. They both have E flat and G in there. So because they're so similar and their chords or their roots are a step apart, we can see it substituted in the same sort of way as a deceptive resolution. That's what I mean by a step apart. That B flat chord going to that C minor chord creates a similar type of deceptive resolution. I mean 5-7 of 4 is tonicizing 4, it's making a temporary tonic out of 4. So then maybe substituting 4 can create a sense of this harmonic elision anyways at play. So then let's review real quick with what's overall going on. Harmonic elision, essentially we're talking about, or elision at large, we're talking about something being left out or an overlapping occurring. With harmonic elision, we're talking about a chord resolution being left out. And in some cases, the leading tone resolves downward by a chromatic step, as we saw into those chordal sevenths. That's really common when I'm thinking harmonic elision. Again, if I'm seeing descending chromatic motion with tendency tones not resolving in the direction of their inflection, like sharps going down, for instance, into naturals, then I might start to be thinking about harmonic elision if that's at play anyways. And then sometimes we'll see the next harmony actually substituting or acting as a functional substitute for the tonicized harmony. So we can have 5/7 of 4 resolving to things like 2. And it's just another play of this idea of something being left out and then the next thing kind of happening.